Looking the drips.
This one's always good. I'm feeding it, Jai.
What's a play? It's been 2 weeks eating on our challenge of eating only what we grow, forage, barter for, or sell. And it's actually been surprisingly a lot easier than what I had anticipated, especially coming out of winter. It didn't look like there was much food in the garden, and it still doesn't really. But I've been able to pick enough to eat 3 meals a day out of. So breakfasts aren't that interesting at the moment because of our egg situation. But hopefully in a few more weeks and months we'll be having more lunchy breakfasts, if that makes sense. So my advice to anyone who's interested in doing this, even if it's just 50% of your diet, what you grow, forage, barter for, or sell, I recommend just doing it now, because we were tentative in doing it now because, like I said, it's just coming out of winter and the garden isn't really pumping it out. Just give it a go, just do it, just start now. What's to lose? It's Sunday, so it's compost collection day. We collect the food waste from a local supermarket, about 3,500 litres a week, and we compost it down and feed it to our animals. So we collect it twice a week, and today's one of those days. But we've got a bit of another busy day. It's been a bit of a crazy week this week. We're not usually this busy. We're going to go get some girls for our boys. Yes, obviously. Yeah, so we're looking forward to getting some girls, and we might also get some more fruit trees today. We'll go have a look and see, because we are extending the food forest at the moment, and this is the end of the bare-rooted season. So Israel's saying no, he doesn't want the fruit trees. He doesn't like fruit.
I do.
You gotta open the gate. Open the gate for Dad. So yeah, we'll and then we're also picking up some spoilt hay so we can add some brown matter to our compost and use it as a bit of a mulch. We'll kind of see how weird it is. Maybe use it as a bit of a mulch in our veggie patches as we prepare those. But it's crazy, it's busy, but it means that we should have a full week here on the farm, except for Wednesdays, which is also compost collection day. Girl Muscovy ducks today, and they're settling in nicely. But we're going to leave them locked in here for a few days just so they can learn where home is, and then we're going to free range them out in this area, and then hopefully they can return back here at night so we can lock them up safe from any predators. But really looking forward to having ducks again, and these girls are beautiful. They're blues and blacks. Hopefully one day we'll get a couple of whites as well, but I really love the beautiful colours, and they're also individual, which I love too because I like telling them apart. It's the end of bare-rooted season. Spring has sprung, as you can see, with all the buds bursting on these bare-rooted fruit trees. So we got an amazing deal on these. They're going to go out into the food forest, and the sooner we get them in the ground, the better it will be. We've got lots of new varieties of fruit trees. We've got a red Hayden peach, which we don't have, and an early Rivers nectarine, which we don't have. We also got Satsuma plum, Moorpark apricot, which is my favourite, another early Rivers nectarine. I think we got a Fantasia and a Goldmine nectarine as well. We need a lot of nectarines. And we also got a Mariposa plum. Another cool thing was when we went to pick up our ducks, the gentleman bred OEGs, which are Old English Game Birds. And Israel asked if he could buy one, and he was gracious enough to let Israel buy one, and then he was very, very kind to give him one for free as well. So I'm going to take you over there so you can check them out. They're really gorgeous birds. So these two smaller ones are the original birds that he had, and these two bigger ones are still OEGs, but just a bit bigger in breed, but they are gorgeous. Hopefully they make him some cute little babies. He'll be really, really happy.
I'll nearly bounce off the walls.
How happy were you to buy these guys today?
So happy. I was really happy as well. And he gave me one free one.
He did.
He's very nice.
He was very nice. It's been a crazy day today. This morning it wasn't looking like a crazy day, and then it just all piled up, which means that I absolutely and utterly failed at our challenge today. I failed and I didn't fail. I'll give you my reasons. Usually on a day like today would just buy fast food. To be honest, if we were in the car running all these errands, we would just get something quick and easy. But we still didn't spend any money on food, so that's pretty cool. We were actually given a heap of breads and pastries and savoury rolls from the supermarket that we collect from, and so we ate some of those for lunch. Which is better than fast food, I think. So yeah, that's a fail and a win, kind of. But yeah, we're going to get home really late. It's nearly dinner time. We're just going to go get the spoilt hay now. So we're just going to have eggs on toast for dinner. It's really quick, it's really easy, and we're kind of using produce from the farm. Well, we are using produce from the farm. We're using eggs and free bread that was gifted to us. So it's all still in date. It's not out of date, so that's really cool. But it just gets chucked after a while. So we were able to take it for our animals and for us. It's been a crazy long day. It's 7:30 currently and we just got home. Usually the kids are in bed at 7. So I've got to quickly power through dinner. We're just having eggs on toast that was gifted to us, or bread that was gifted to us. It's sourdough, but I have no butter, so I have to make my butter. So this is my cultured cream, which I cultured on Wednesday. Yes, it's Wednesday, and today's Sunday. It's been a while. And so basically I just got 1.5 liters of pure cream. I put in about 4 tablespoons of yogurt. I left it out for 24 hours to ferment, and then I popped it in the fridge. You can just leave it in the fridge for a couple of hours and then churn your butter, but I like to leave it a little bit longer because it has a better flavour, and also I haven't had the time or the inclination, to be honest. But now I need butter, so I'm going to make it. So you can use a food processor, you can use a blender, you can use hand mixers. You can do it by hand if you want to, but I'm going to use my Thermomix, which is a high-powered blender. I'm just going to pour in about 1 litre. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it all. And I'm just going to whip it until it turns into butter, and it's super quick. And there you go, you've got cultured butter and cultured buttermilk, which you can use for baking. Yum. I'm just going to strain it off and do the next batch. To wash it, I need to fill it up with cold water. You can put ice in here, but I'm just going to use cold water. It's a very cold day, so the water out of the tap is going to be sufficiently cold. And now I'm going to blend it again to wash the butter. I'm going to do this about 3 or 4 times. And you throw away this water, you can't use this as buttermilk. it's clean enough. So I'm just going to let it drain out. You can wash it with salt at this stage to make salted butter, but I've got a special tip for you to keep your butter longer. Now, one of the ways you can preserve your butter is by squeezing out all the water and storing it in the fridge. You can also store it in the freezer, but I've got another tip for you. I like to store it in brine. So I make a quick brine. I don't measure anything, so I make it quite salty. Add that much salt in the bottom of my, what is it? I don't know what you call this. I think it's 1.5 gallons, but it's a 2-litre mason jar. I put a litre of water in there and I give it a good stir, if you can get my hand in there. And then I just make butter balls and plonk it in.